Dude, I sent you so many. Oh, there we go.
There we go. I know what I'm doing.
I literally sent you so many fucking things on Instagram.
Has Jourdan seen Billy McGuire?
Oh, have you seen the Billy McGuire memes?
No.
Oh, dude.
It's like the best thing on Instagram. I don't know who has
It's the
time
best
for
thing on the
these.
internet.
I feel like I need to know more about this.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, like, yeah, can you try? Like, what am I...
People, it's... I don't even know. Like, people or one guy is making all of these somehow. I don't know.
There's a bunch of different like pages that post them, but I don't know where they originate.
They basically go in and do all these crazy edits where they make Tobey Maguire an asshole in all the Spider-Mans, and it gets so out of control, dude. Some of them are so fucking funny where he's just like I can't even explain it. Like,
So is it as Spider-Man, though? It's
Yeah.
the
yeah,
joke
but they
is-
kind of
like dub it so like it looks like
and
he's
it's like
saying stuff.
shitty, but like in a good way.
That's great.
It's
So funny.
hilarious.
I beat an old lady with a stick,
stick.
and it shows him like beating the shit out of Aunt May.
And
Like,
then it shows him like throw something, and then like Green Goblin's bomb explode, and then Aunt May like so it's like he fucking threw it.
That's awesome.
It's pretty good.
I was not aware of this.
oh yeah, you got to look this up.
Is this one of those things that just like it's a meme that just got a bunch of like motion just going?
It
like,
just got
recently?
traction,
Yeah.
and yeah,
went.
The only
think
time
it-
I see it is when he sends them
It
to me.
started, I think, with No Way Home when that came out, and then
I haven't seen that.
Tobey Maguire's in it,
like
so-
it. Yeah, I like it.
I
Yeah.
like it better than any other Marvel movie other than OG.
Yeah,
Tobey
because
Maguire
of Spider-Man.
I like Andrew Garfield.
I do like Andrew Garfield a lot.
he's great.
Although I just watched an Andrew Garfield movie,
Which movie?
99 Homes.
You didn't like that?
Is
No,
it like a bunch
No?
of Sherlock Holmes or?
no, far different.
It's more of a drama.
Yeah, but I really liked Andrew Garfield's performance.
Yeah.
The other dude, never really liked him in anything, and I didn't like how it didn't really make sense for his character, for someone who has so much morals, to just like, I'm gonna do this and fuck all you guys, like that complete 180 after he got foreclosed on.
That kind of seemed like the point.
It probably was, but I was just like, I don't buy it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the presentation's important, I guess. The selling of the drama could be an issue.
Yeah,
I think it's a good movie. I think it's worth your time. If you
99 Homes.
Yeah,
It's on Peacock.
It's an older film. I mean, what, like 10 years, 12 years old?
I don't know if it's even that old. Maybe,
You know?
I
But
don't
it's
know.
it's not like a movie that like I don't even think it had a theatrical. I don't.
I never heard of it until I was just scrolling through. I was like, what's on
Yeah,
Peacock? And it was that.
yeah, it's good. It's good. So
So 2014.
okay, close.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Before we get into anything else, Renfield.
Oh my god.
Renfield
Yes.
trailer. Okay, so I want to know. Like, it didn't sound like you're in, but can I buy your ticket? Can we go? Yeah. Because I so want to even see. This is a great thing about movies. I've never experienced a movie that you totally didn't want to go to. I must experience this.
Like, I want to go see Avatar.
That's no. I would, but God, Avatars would be tough for me to sit through.
We were discussing this when we went to the movies. Like
Yeah.
Avatar, I was like telling Sam, I think it was gonna fucking. I was like, nobody wants to see this movie.
Yeah. It's made
can't
like
do-
$20 billion.
Yeah, they're still
now.
blue, right? Like, is
Yeah.
it what's
They're
interesting?
still blue. Are we
Yeah.
still doing this? Way of Water, that's
Yeah.
blue too.
Yeah,
You got
like,
too much fucking
You're not
blue
gonna be able to
here,
see the
homie.
characters. Like, what's going on? It's gonna be like
The Blue Man Group.
The third one has to do with a fire tribe. They're going to war with the fire tribe in the third one.
So it's like Aang Avatar now,
It's literally
but with blue people.
the next one's going to be Earth, the wind.
yeah, it's just gonna be the Element movie.
yeah.
Earth, Wind,
The Element
and
trilogy.
Fire. And then they're all gonna have a symphony at the end. They're gonna play a song. They're gonna play "Do You Remember"
Oh God.
or "September." That's not the name of the song. That was stupid.
as long as
I
it's
knew
not a
you meant.
Beatles jam.
Huh?
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing I sent you with Ryan Gosling where he's talking about the or did I send it to you?
No, you sent it
You
to
think
me.
you sent it to me?
Oh, I got to send that to you. That was fucking great. Where he's like, I think it's an SNL skit, but he's talking about how did James Cameron come up with the font for Avatar? He's like,
Oh, I think I did see that. He goes, he's
papyrus.
he literally.
He literally highlighted it. How does he keep getting away with
So
this?
here's my question.
Yeah.
Is James Cameron like actually like good? Like good?
Like a
at what
good
he
filmmaker?
does, or is he just like he just gets an ass load of money and he can just do something with it? Like, could anybody do what he does if he's getting $200 million to make a movie?
Well, I mean, I think the question sort of has to go back to the early stages of Cameron, like his early films. I mean, I would say Terminator's a pretty fucking good movie, and Titanic didn't do terrible.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like he, to quote him, like Titanic sort of built wherever, like it built the company that he's,
Whatever.
using now, or the place that he's his production center or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, he hasn't made that many films. Like, I mean, in the grand scheme of like filmmaking, like, but he just sort of has a knack for technology, doing, new things. Like Terminator, when you think about it, like the special effects were pretty awesome for that time.
That came out like what, 98?
Terminator?
Yeah.
No, that's like an 80s movie.
Was it an 80s?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, he had the whole franchise that, is part of. But I think Titanic sort of sealed the deal on like technology, like putting a fucking floating Titanic in the water and making like, $1 billion or whatever the fuck it made. I don't know. We should look that up. I have no idea what Titanic made.
Got it.
But
No, you got it. Do it.
it was an insane amount of money.
I guess like I was listening to Dak Shepard's podcast. Dak Shepard's obviously an actor, and he was like kind of shitting on James Cameron, like his ability to like write dialogue. And he's like, when I saw the first Avatar, obviously it was like visually
2.2 billion.
That's not bad.
Yeah. What year did that come out? Like 2099? Titanic?
94?
90, I think 94.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
97.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. But he was just kind of saying, like, when I first saw it, like the dialogue just seemed so right down the middle, like vanilla.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's also how I felt when I watched it. But of course, it's been like probably 10 or however, it's been like actually 10 years since the last one came out, right?
Yeah, Mike, I've been asked this by like my kids recently, like because I haven't like talked about going and seeing the new Avatar, and
You haven't gone to see it yet? No.
it's not like anything that I'm like clamoring to go
okay.
to see. So
I kind of just want to see it for the bit.
Yeah, just for the
Well,
bit.
and so,
we
like-
should buy $40 IMAX tickets.
I
Got to see it the right way.
I didn't see it the first
was
time.
that?
It was
I
a
don't know.
phone or something fell right there
Oh,
too.
that was my phone. Okay, we're good.
I was wondering what that was too.
Did Andrea just have a fucking, I don't even know what happened.
Is she even home?
Yeah, she's taking a nap. Well, now it's sleep because it's 6 p.m.
The the interest waned for me over time. I saw it in a shitty theater when I was making Rogue River in Oregon, and it was like this. The theater was still like all the seats were on the same level. Right?
Oh.
Like back then, that's how I prefer movies or theaters myself. But it was like a screen that hadn't been restored in ages, so it was like faded, fucking terrible sound system.
You're really not getting the full Avatar effect.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like I watched it through a window of somebody watching it on VHS.
You watched it through Kramer's.
Yeah.
Watched it through a window.
So
of
I've never
somebody else
seen
watching it on VHS.
I've never seen the movie like as it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it in a theater, but it didn't feel like it counted.
Yeah.
So never got the allure.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like it's just another like dorky fantasy movie. Like that's just how I've
Like in the same
pigeonholed
realm as
it.
like Harry Potter.
It's in the same realm as Harry Potter, which I'd watch a Harry Potter movie 10 times
yeah.
over before I'd watch an Avatar.
Absolutely.
Before I'd watch an Avatar movie, even though he just came out with the second one. But it feels like he's got 6 of them. But
well, they're long enough.
it's just another Marvel movie to me. It's just another like, we're gonna have the hero like not doing so hot or doing hot in the beginning, and then we're gonna have him fall, and he's gonna meet a girl, and he's gonna have to do something that's gonna like pull his heartstrings. Like, do I do this for the girl or do I do it for my family? And then in the end, he's gonna get both of them, and it just seems like that's probably the movie, right? I mean,
Well,
and there's some water involved. I know
although
that.
I think he's already has the girl. I think he has kids in the second one.
Oh,
He has baby aliens.
baby aliens,
Yeah.
little baby avatars.
Yeah.
So there's this
Okay.
one image that they've shown of the movie, and I swear it looks like Sigourney Weaver's head on a dude. And I'm like, okay, you almost got me. I'm almost gonna go see it now because
I gotta
That's
see
the
it.
selling
because I'm
point.
like, that's so fucking weird and uncomfortable that it was like that can't be in the movie. But it's like it's like her face in a helmet or a mask, like a gas mask thing.
Weird.
I wanna
And like
see
a
if I can
dude's
find
body.
this.
And I was like, ugh, like what is happening in this
I listened
film?
to a podcast where she was on it, and obviously like promoting the film. And
Yeah.
she and James Cameron's also on Smart List, the podcast. I haven't listened to it yet,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe my mind will change about James Cameron. He just seems like whatever. I already explained that, but like he's gonna do like 4 or 5 of these or something, supposedly, and she's like locked up for the next like 5 years. It sounds like she can't. What is she supposed to do? It takes an immense amount of energy and time to film one of these things, and if she's on contract to do it, I mean, it's crazy.
And
It
it's basically motion. I mean, they're basically making a big video game cutscene.
yeah, right. She dresses up on the weird. It's not. They don't do green screen, is
No,
what
it's
she said.
motion capture.
It's all she
Yeah.
wears the things with the ping pong balls.
Yeah.
I was saying, yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying yeah to Sigourney Weaver's on a dude.
No,
Head's on a dude.
I'm looking for it.
It's just I'm sure you'll find it. It's like just in a promotional photo somewhere, but it was like, it just looked weird.
Yeah,
Like kind of,
Isn't she one of the blue people in this movie?
no, this is like a human.
we
like,
don't even know.
Oh, this is a human Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it looks like her human face on like a human dude. Like
Like
it just-
Avatar are doing cosplay of Sigourney Weaver in the Avatar universe.
yeah, but it's so weird, man. Like I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I don't know either. Should we talk about? Did we watch Pale Blue Eyes?
So
The Pale Blue Eyes.
Sam and I were just talking about it on the way over here because I did not see it.
You didn't.
I went and saw Megan last night. My kids.
Is that the one with the doll?
Yeah,
Was that good?
I liked it.
Really?
I like here. So I have a couple. If you want,
Man,
me to-
I saw some ads for that, and I was like, I don't want any part of this. But
Here you go.
So it was fun in the context of a technology run amok film, right? And I feel like they got a lot of the like jargon right from like computer science. So it worked in that way that like the plausibility of her being, connected and doing the things she did and the things that would scare you with, artificial intelligence and those types of things. And like the learning modules that she's like constantly getting smarter, like all that stuff is stuff that I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm in. Like I buy that. The worst thing was like, and I'm not spoiling anything, but like basically everything,
you can spoil it. It's okay.
everything nasty that happens, like all the kills, everything's like off screen. So it's not like a proper,
Like horror.
it's not like a proper horror film that I was hoping for. And I just mean like proper for me is like, I want to see those things.
Totally.
Like, don't sell me on like, this is going to happen. And that's actually how it happened.
Like,
It
I
was
need
in
to
the
see
trailer.
a kid get sliced or something. I need to see something
like
bad happen.
you got to
yeah.
go for it. But it's PG-13. And surprisingly, there was a lot of like 8, 10, probably 12-year-olds.
PG-13 is still a thing, huh? Still doing that? It
Yeah.
seems weird. It seems like it's
There's
either
no more G movies.
It's either Disney or it's R. It seems like there's
But
no.
all the
like,
Disney
why even
movies-
make a movie if you're not going to make it R?
all
whatever
the like
qualifies as R?
animated Disney movies are PG. They don't make a G-rated movie anymore.
Yeah, there's certainly a shift in the qualifications for these movies too. Like, I mean, Jaws was PG when it came out. Like,
Weird.
a guy getting fucking eaten, literally bitten in half.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, wailing. Like, there's a tonal shift in the end of that movie, and you're like, what the fuck? This is gory.
Yeah.
Like, the end of Jaws is no joke.
No.
The rest of it's a fun adventure about, 3 guys with 3 different issues.
Yeah.
But then it's like, holy fucking shit, this thing is disgusting, and he's wailing, guys are getting eaten. PG? Like, this is weird.
That's yeah.
But times have changed, I mean, you could never do that today.
Yeah. Okay, let's just real quick. Pale Blue Eyes. Even though you didn't see it,
You're not going to spoil it, right? I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I really wanted to, so I guess we won't.
You can wait.
Well, I mean,
Let's just watch it real quick. It's only 2:10. It's only 2:10.
it's a 2-hour film.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, like, I think you can give me like your overarching, like, I would like to know like how
Overall,
you felt.
it was. Oh, dude, my fucking James Cameron light setup over here just.
I thought it was
fell.
gonna take the fucking monitor down.
It's fine. I got a new computer coming anyway. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. But you go. You give your overarching thing.
I kind of gave you my quick synopsis in
Yeah.
the car, but I thought it took an hour for anything really to happen, maybe hour 15, and I kind of saw what was gonna happen.
Did you feel the same way?
Yeah. I don't mind a slow burn. Like sometimes a slow burn, if done correctly, is like the best movies. But this was like we joked about. We were joking in a group chat a while ago about like a no burn, and then like all of a sudden you get burned.
Yeah.
In the last like 40 minutes ish,
Maybe like
and then
30.
and then the last like 15 minutes, there's kind of a cool payoff. You get some cool stuff at the end, and I was like, okay, maybe some redeeming qualities about this film. But about this film, it's such a fucking jackass.
Well, it is. It's a film.
You can smack me if I say that again. It's fucking my film. This is my film.
I'm not going to smack you.
But
I think that's appropriate.
You make films. It's okay.
But that's appropriate.
I get mad if a movie's more than an hour and 40 minutes. Okay, I don't need to say film.
So let me ask you about the slow burn. Was it atmospheric?
Yeah, the cinematography was cool.
Okay.
I like the vibe. There were some cool shots with like when they were in like the fog and the trees and stuff. Like I thought
The opening
cool.
shot's really cool.
Yeah. But it was weird because I love Christian Bale.
See,
Like
that's
maybe to a fault. Like I'm like Christian Bale's in it, sort of like the Nick Cage thing, except Christian Bale's actually like.
Hold on, careful.
Sorry. Okay.
Careful.
But all bits aside, I think Christian Bale's like awesome.
He's an amazing actor. Yeah.
I think this is the first one I've seen where that just maybe fell a little flat of my.
See, I thought his
expectations.
performance was still awesome.
Yeah.
I just thought there were pieces that needed to move along in different ways or faster.
Yeah. And
That might be writing or something. I don't know.
this without spoiling it either. The dude that because it's about Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
We know that. Okay, the guy playing Edgar Allan Poe, he's a British dude. It's the dude from Harry Potter. It's like the old. It's I think it's not. Is it Neville? I don't know. It's a dude from Harry
Maybe
Potter.
if Neville lost
I'm
400 pounds.
I don't know. It's a dude from Harry Potter. I know that because Andrea was like, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's British, and he goes back and forth between this British Southern accent, and it's fucking bizarre.
Oh, he plays Dudley.
Dudley. It is bizarre.
Wow, that's weird that is him.
Never heard anything like it.
Weird.
You hear him talk, and he's got this like he's doing like this Southern drawl, and then he like it's so weird. It's weird. I don't know if they did that on purpose, where they like got him to read
Yeah.
it. I'm sure you'll pick up on it immediately. So
What was so this at this point? I know that it's a West Point or is it Naval Academy or
Yeah, it's
something?
West Point.
Okay, and then Edgar Allan Poe. What would have been his like dialect?
I don't know. I don't know. I would assume British, just because he seems fancy, and British people are fancy.
Because he has a fucking pea coat.
Yeah, you wear a pea coat, you talk like this.
And it's all
Well, they did mention at one point when him and Christian Bale meet, he was like, "Oh, you're a fucking American or something." To Christian Bale.
Yeah, no, he's doing a Southern accent, but it's a British dude doing a Southern accent, and
Which
it
sounds-
is
yeah, I bet
it
you
is
it sounds
so weird.
That is weird.
And I almost was like, maybe this is fucking genius. Like, I'm never gonna forget this. I've never heard this kind of accent because you hear it in words. It's not like a sentence. It's literally like every other word in the middle of a word. He starts a word and then ends a word British and starts it Southern. It's fucking bizarre, but you should watch it. I'm sad you didn't watch it, so we couldn't talk about it, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't really prepare for that.
No, it's okay.
It's all right.
I
made Andrea sit through it.
Did she actually stay awake?
Sort. Yeah, she did.
Well, that's good.
I think. And then she went to bed after, and then I finished. I've watching this Bernie Madoff thing. Have you seen that?
I saw it on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh
Brand new,
my
right?
god!
Like the monster. Or
So
whatever.
good.
Is it good?
So good.
The guy was just a master.
This dude was like, he was so smart, but he was so lucky, and it's insane how much of a like botched job this was by the SEC and the government. He was investigated several times, cleared like several times by the SEC, nothing. Then there was this other guy, Harry Markopoulos. He worked for one of the hedge funds that was invested in Bernie Madoff. And one of the other dudes in the trust in the hedge fund was like, how is Bernie Madoff doing this? Like, how is he doing this? Because Bernie Madoff never lost, quote unquote. He never had bad returns, ever, in air quotes, right? Like, that was his shtick, which should raise a bunch of red flags. And Harry Markopoulos...
Like every red flag.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this is impossible. Like, he's always in the market the day it goes up and then gets out when it goes down, and then in the day before it goes up, like, always. So, which of course isn't true. And this Harry Markopoulos guy took a couple hours and basically was like, this is a Ponzi scheme and figures it out. Took him he sent letters for 5 years to the SEC. The SEC just ignored him. The only reason Bernie Madoff got caught was 2008. The market crashed and everybody wanted their money back, and he didn't have the money. Didn't exist. It's fucking wacky.
It's very similar to the FTX thing. I know not as organized, and obviously the FTX thing just was kind of what's wrong with crypto.
The FTS thing was a Ponzi scheme too.
Yeah, no,
right?
but same idea
Similar,
though. Like,
yeah.
but and then when you go to get your money back, and it's like, what? No, we don't have it. And that's the only people that make money are the exchanges who take the dollars, hold on to them, and then give you
Nothing.
They give you the digital currency, which is
worthless,
not real, because I could like populate your account with a digital currency, and if you're not smart enough and you don't know how to use blockchain, you don't know how to verify anything, you think you got the correct exchange.
Yeah.
And I think that there was just a lot of that going on.
Yeah. Highly recommend the Bernie thing. It's I watched it in like a day,
Really?
or almost a day. It's 4 parts.
Oh, okay.
So it's fascinating. Like, you wouldn't think it. You think it, because it's like, it's just fucking weird. Like, how did this guy?
It's crazy.
Just like, yeah, give me your money, and then give it to somebody else, and then somebody else wants their money, and he had a guy like, oh, hey, I need some more money, and like nobody fucking knew, and he rented out, he leased out or subleased a floor right below where his like whatever his fucking main office was, where everybody was working. The floor right below was where all of the fake trades were going. He never made a trade. There was never a trade made. They were all fake. All of them were fake. And they were doing them on these old ass printers. This old, what do they call it? What the fuck do they call it? There's a name for the old, like super old school printers. But like, basically it was so fucking outdated. It made no sense that he was doing it on here. But like, technically, when the SEC investigated, it was like, oh, well, here are the trades. They would look the day before and go like, oh yeah, we bought Microsoft at 90 and then we sold at 120. Like, I'm just going to type that in, print it. That's a trade. Like, that's literally all they did for 20 years.
So
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess-
And never got caught. These fucking SECs. Fucking idiots, man.
So if you were a client or an investor or somebody that purchased through Madoff, right? Wasn't he taking a little bit off the top though?
He was taking, here's the other red flag. Most of the brokers would take a fee to just take your money. He was like, no, I don't need a fee. I just want commission. He would just take commission on every trade.
Right.
And of course, every trade was fake. He could say however many trades he made. So in the end, when he finally got caught, his Ponzi scheme was $46 billion.
Jesus Christ.
That's fake money. That's just how much he said he had. The total amount of real money he took was only $19 billion. But he just fucking like took it and like just free parkinged it, mixed it up 52 card pickup style in the middle of a Monopoly board, and was like, okay, you need your money. Okay, here you go. And there was a couple times where he got really close to getting caught, but just weaseled his way out of it somehow.
Everybody shared the same bank account.
Pretty much. And there was
Terrifying.
Yeah, man, both of his sons died. One of them committed suicide because of this.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was one of the main dudes. I'm like spoiling the whole fucking documentary. Who cares?
No, I mean, like, all this stuff was reported.
Yeah, one of the main dudes that had this hedge fund because the hedge funds manage like other people's investments too. Like, this dude had like money from overseas, like mob money. He had like 100% of it in Madoff, and he committed suicide. He was like, I can't get out of this. Like, there's just no way.
Because some people, like a lot of people legitimately didn't know they were.
No, not at all.
This
And here's the
horrible thing.
fucked up part is like, it's this not like a company class action thing where you can be like, you owe me money. It's like people put their life savings, they lost their house, they lost their jobs, their whole family's wealth is in there. They have to sell their houses their parents and grandparents built. And it's like, okay, well, Bernie Madoff doesn't have the money. So where is it going to come from? It's not going to come from anywhere.
Not going to get a bailout.
No, but the fucked up part was at the very last episode, they go into like, him like getting arrested and stuff, and like the trial kind of. But there was a guy appointed to deciding how to go about getting money back for people. And he basically would say, like, if you were in Madoff for like the first 5 years, right? When
Yeah.
like nobody obviously knew about it and you were pulling out money and you pulled out more than you put in, you got to pay that back now. Even if it was 15 years ago.
What?
Fucked up. Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know. That's just what they decided. So you had one of the like main people that invested in Madoff that were like featured in the documentary are like, we didn't have anything. And they're suing us for like our house. Because we put money with Madoff and we pulled it out when we made money, like, yeah, really insane, really crazy, and shitty.
It's wild.
Yeah,
I just like that is such a fear.
Makes me just like I'm never investing money.
yeah. I'm just gonna put it under my mattress.
Yeah, I mean that that's one of those things you don't want to be caught in the middle of. Like it's weird that
But it's like, how do you know?
well, the FTX guy, like he did that whole thing,
Right.
and they're like he has no money. But he actually had like $450 million in his Robinhood account. And I don't really like know how that fucking happened or how that
Snickerdoodle.
shook out.
You want a cookie?
Sure.
Andrea made these this morning.
Nice. What is
I
it?
think the top one is just like a sugar cookie. This is lemon and
Perfect.
chocolate chip. And,
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I get the peanut butter.
Appreciate that.
Give it up.
Not bad. Have you guys had crumble cookie?
Yes, I'm not a fan.
Me either.
You know why?
They're way too the frosting on top.
Well, no, they use cake batter.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. It's basically a cake,
By not a fan, I mean like they taste good.
but it's way too much.
It's way too much. One serving that they say is 1/4 of a cookie.
Yeah.
Which is obnoxious. I mean, they're like this big. But it's weird. Apparently, I listen on podcasts. They're like the fastest growing like franchise in the U.S.
They're huge.
I've had Yummy Cookie. That's pretty
I've
good.
seen that place. I haven't been there.
It's good. But Crumble Cookie, I've never had it.
Yeah, it's
Is
good.
it like in the mall or something? Where is it?
Fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere right now.
I've had one from there that was really good that somebody brought to Joyce's for
I had a
Christmas.
cinnamon roll one once. That was hella good.
This one was caramel apple, and it was pieces of apple in it. It was really fucking good.
But their shtick is they have new flavors every week. They have like 2 that are constant, like chocolate chip and whatever.
Sugar, probably,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Someone's like, we're the Baskin Robbins of cookies.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like it's weird. Like how often are people buying cookies? Like I worked at a bakery. I worked at a bun cake
I was
shop.
gonna say it's probably similar to that, right?
Like I guess it is. I mean, people are like just bosses, fucking whatever. I just want some. Like it just feels weird to be like, I'm gonna get some crumble cookie tonight. Like I'm gonna
or
get.
like they use it to like cater a party.
I'm gonna
or
get
something.
700 calories per cookie just to have like. That's the crazy part. It's not like going out to Baskin Robbins, like, oh, I'm gonna get a couple scoops of ice cream. Like that sounds fun. Like this is a fucking journey. You're eating a meal. You're eating an entire.
And afterwards, you're gonna feel horrible.
Yeah, you're gonna be like having a food coma on the couch.
I had like half of
are no
one
joke.
once, and I my stomach hurt. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't finish it.
Yeah, they're hella sweet too.
The bun cake thing is interesting because I would just tasted that for the first time like last year.
Nothing bun cakes.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they're good.
They're
someone,
delicious.
someone brought them over and I was like, these are tiny little baby bun cakes.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
And they're so good. I had like 3.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm like, there's one that was like a birthday cake one, like a red velvet kind of one. And then
What's
just
his
like
favorite?
oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed. I was like, but the question is like, who's buying bunt cakes?
I don't know.
I mean, birthday cakes and cakes, but no, specifically a bunt cake.
Yeah.
I guess, but like, I would prefer a bun cake over a regular birthday cake.
Why?
I just don't like birthday cake. It's too much frosting. It's too at that point. Give me a cobbler or something. Like
a cobbler.
I've just never liked birthday cake, like at all.
How about donuts?
Oh yes,
Oh,
absolutely offensive. I've eaten my dude like for every holiday, non-holiday. Like my parents would always just get donuts or bear claws. Fuck,
Bear
dude.
claws are good.
You know the Costco size bear claws.
it's an actual bear claw.
Yeah, no man, like.
Yeah.
They would get those, and I would just be.
What's your donut?
Kid.
Like if you had
Maple
to go to,
bar.
like, Maple bar.
Maple
Yeah.
bars.
Maple
Those
bars.
are, those
You
are
too?
fucking, I could fuck up any kind of donut, but yeah, maple bars are damn good.
Yeah,
Mine's like a buttermilk old fashioned.
Those are good.
You had those?
They're kind of like crispy.
Yeah, and they're like and they have like a glaze on them.
yeah.
Oh, just like a Krispy Kreme donut?
No. The
they're-
old. Have you seen the old fashioned donuts?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely probably have. I just
It's
Did you
definitely
ever
like-
get donuts from Fast Pack and Penryn
yeah.
at the like counter? Those are like old fashioned.
They're not filled with anything, are they?
No.
Okay.
It's like cake. It's a cake donut.
Oh yeah, they're like kind of hard.
Yeah.
yeah.
Those
yeah.
are good.
They are really good.
Those are very good. Yeah, and you can buy them in like a long box, like Ernmans or whatever the
Yeah,
brand
they-
is.
Entenmann's.
Yeah.
Entenmann's.
And
I'm gonna
they're-
start with an E.
But those aren't like fried. That's more of like
Right.
a pound cake kind of scenario. But these are fried. They're super good. Buttermilk, and it's something like basically if you took like a cake donut
Yeah.
and just reshaped it.
Yeah.
And then put like a
glaze
a
on
Those
it.
are
Yeah.
those are actually really good.
Dude,
that might be like a close second.
I can only do one of those because they're very like
They're dense.
they're dense and it's like it's very sweet.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh man, fuck that.
I like them.
I say I can only do one of them. I could do a whole box.
Same,
box?
same,
Dude,
easily.
With sweets, if I start it, I just won't stop.
Same. That's why I fucking hate.
kinda
So we've
rich.
made it past the holidays, and she was sick over the holidays, but she had all the ingredients to make these cookies, and so today she's like, I'm gonna make all these cookies.
You're like, no.
And it's like, dude, we already made it past the holiday thing. Like I've
have any
already
candy,
had pie
like-
and cookies from everywhere else, and now we got all these cookies downstairs that we're gonna keep here, or we're not gonna keep. I mean,
There's like 200 cookies down
there's
there.
a shit ton of cookies down there. We're gonna give them away. Like you guys can leave with some cookies.
Well, I have a question. This is actually a great topic about like the holidays and like doing stuff after the holidays. As I get older, and I want to know if I'm crazy or if this happens to you guys. Like I was at Mel's, I was working, I was just having breakfast, and they're playing Christmas music. Okay, this was like 2 days ago.
what?
Yeah, and I'm like, no, and I almost have to just like, and
Absolutely
I'm like,
not.
I might have a complaint.
well, I did ask if
I
there-
did.
like, if there's a way we can not.
Can we wait? Isn't this the 50s place, right? Where's Elvis? Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was like. That's when
they
it
put on
happened.
Blue Christmas.
I can't have that. You can't like when you're eating. Like it's very distracting when you're last year.
You're living two different realities.
Yeah, like I can't
You're
do
like,
it
it's 2023, but I'm still in 2022 Christmas.
because Christmas came so fast this year and it did its thing and it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But like there are still certain things like when I hear a Christmas like commercial,
Yeah.
where they're still running because they just didn't want to fucking pay for a new one without Christmas. They're like, just run the jingle one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like it actually puts me in a bad mood.
Yeah, you see like a car commercial, and you're like, why are they still driving through snow?
Yeah.
I know it snows other places, but I know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
And then the Toyota ones are still eating like the Santa sugar cookies.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Stop.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
Nobody has
Stop.
those anymore.
I mean, that should be a violation. The FCC should fine these fucking people for ruining, for basically putting
You're
you.
like, I know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, it's an emotional state that it puts me in. And anyways,
And you're
it's-
you're
not
done
okay
with it.
with
Like
it.
I'm done with it. December's over.
I am fucking done.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like just like when you go to like Disneyland has a thing where
Oh yeah, you just went to Disney.
yeah, like if you basically have till the 8th to live in Christmas. Okay? So you're going, right? And there's caroling. And it's like the second or third or whatever, like the first even.
This is weird. That's
even,
weird.
Even after the first. It's like after the 25th,
It's done.
Christmas is illegal.
Yeah.
The only reason I still have my lights up is because it's been raining and shit.
Well, no. There's hold on. That's different though. But if you're inside and I knock on the door and you're like, you have the fucking
like, ho,
the Trans-Siberian Orchestra playing in your house, like while you're holding your kid and like wearing a Santa hat. Like,
Yeah.
didn't you have mental health problems? Like that should be illegal.
bizarre, yeah.
And the other thing, it's crazy. I was thinking about this and like I was taking a shower, thinking about like random shit like I always do, and I was like, Christmas is kind of fucked up, right? Because it's the only fucking birthday of somebody that we just give ourselves stuff.
That's true.
Like
Like the guy already died.
yeah, but like happy
A bloody
birthday,
death.
happy birthday. Here's my list.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it happen. Happy birthday. Here's my list.
And you notice nobody complains. Nobody says, "Oh, that's fucked up." If you were to do that today in society, like you invite me to your birthday, right? And I'm like, "All right, man,
Where's my stuff?
yeah, check out what I bought."
You go to his birthday party like, so is a big box mine? Are we splitting it? Are we doing like a half?
Does it all say your name on the tag? I'm confused.
Yeah, it's like
your name on the
yeah.
tag? I kind of need the gifts.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. You know how this works, right?
It's a
That is funny.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you think about like, just imagine like, honey, I'm going to go out and buy some gifts for myself at Sam's birthday.
Yeah.
But if you said, "Oh, I'm going to do it it's a Christmas present."
Oh, this is fine.
No, it's a Christmas present. Then I should be stressing about it because, you got to give people gifts for Jesus' birthday.
I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna buy something. It's like, what's this? I go, oh, it's so and so's birthday.
Oh.
It's for me though.
yeah.
Oh, it's your birthday, so it's mine. You know what's funny is we celebrate his birthday like it's the only holiday that matters. This dude rose from the dead, and
Yeah.
we fucking send our kids out to find plastic with pennies in it.
Yeah. Exactly.
We should be
yeah.
We eat a lot of candy on that day
we
too.
should be doing something better on Easter
But don't you think he has
rather than
more,
go to church once a year.
Agreed. And don't you think he has more in common with, like, say, Halloween? I mean,
Yes.
Rising from the dead.
Literally is up.
Very spooky. Not gonna lie. That's a spooky edit, dude.
Little bit of a red flag.
yeah,
Like,
some people might call that unnatural.
Yeah.
Just some
or
degree.
supernatural.
Yeah, exactly. So the issue is, like, when like friends of mine who are religious are like, it's so weird that you like Halloween so much. I'm like, it's so weird you like zombies?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Don't
no
you guys
thanks.
kind of like
Yeah.
worship one?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So he was a magician and a zombie and like this is a fucking
Also, he rose
he's
and
literally
he's
a witch.
Where did he go?
yeah.
He's just wandering around. We haven't found him yet, like Sasquatch.
It's
like Nessie.
see.
I mean, he could be in one of those like world's greatest like mysteries. Mm-hmm. Like, and it'd be about the time where he like rose and like went away for 30 days or whatever and came back.
Yeah.
And there's so much really like incredible shit in the Bible, and Jesus is really like it's great. Like, thanks to Jesus, I have numerous awesome Christmas presents.
Yeah. Thank God for his
happy
birthday.
Yeah, I mean, happy birthday. You know,
Happy birthday. You're smiling.
very excited. But I was just thinking about that, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, man, we all fell for it." Like, and how are we
And
all
I'm
not
happy
pieces
we
of
did.
shit? Yeah,
Definitely.
like my father-in-law is coming over bringing like gifts for the kids. He's a very religious guy, and I'm thinking, you don't see it.
Yeah.
You missed it. It's,
You don't see
yeah,
it.
it's not like you're not even getting it. It's just you should
Way
be
over your head, dude.
You should be in Bethlehem. You shouldn't be here.
Right
What are you
now.
doing?
Right now.
thank you.
Go.
Send the first flight to Bethlehem. It's just a weird thing. One of those.
Is Christmas like a big holiday for you guys? I mean,
It's like
you get gifts for the kids and you kind of call it a day.
Yeah, like we celebrate the whole the Santa Claus, the winter, the red, white, and Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm not if it isn't clear, a religious person.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You
Hold
know,
on, back up.
yeah. But I
Bomb
don't.
being dropped.
Yeah, but I also think that there's a great thing about Christmas and like the whole like the gathering of families and all that stuff. But I think it's gotten out of control. I think Christmas has become like, and we need to.
It's just a marketing ploy now.
Yeah, it needs to be reduced to its core. Like, get the tree, and that's cool. Decorate it, spend some time together. But stressing about like buying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
I'm not into that at all.
It's just it's too stressful.
I don't think, like, I don't know, maybe in the last, like, 10 years, maybe 8 years, like, I just, like, don't care about buying gifts. Like, I stress out about it, but, like, I don't get stressed out enough to, like, act on it. Like, I am stressed, but I, like, don't act on it. Like, I don't go out and buy gifts. Like, I don't, like, Andrea's birthday is in November, and then December is in Christmas, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I did pretty good on your birthday. Like, you're just getting your stuff on your Amazon list. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not
getting all thoughtful with this.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, my parents, I went over to see my parents, and they're like, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know, I'll send you my Amazon list or something. And then they're like, my mom was like, I don't know, we'll just do like stocking stuffers. But then, of course, that turns into like, now we have, I got like a SpongeBob fucking hot cocoa mix thing with a mug in it.
Yeah.
Sorry, garbage. I brought it home and it went in the garbage. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nana. They bought that for me. That's another thing is like, I feel like I'm not like exceptional at gift giving. It also, I have a really unhealthy relationship with giving gifts. I need you to fucking thank me for it. I'm selfish as fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I work hard. I get up, I put on my fucking pants like everybody else, and I go to fucking work, and I'm gonna get you this thing, and you're gonna go, thanks, and then open another thing like, no, back the fuck up. Yeah. I took time to fucking buy that for you, you brat.
Yeah. Relish it.
Yeah. And
Rub
like,
it all over your
and then
face.
it's like, I'm not even gonna buy you anything. I'm not gonna buy you anything. You're gonna get a $30 Starbucks gift card.
Yeah.
And I know you'll like it.
I would love that.
Yeah. Well, I got you one for Skylar's birthday, like Santa. Skylar's birthday?
That's my guy, dude.
And here's the problem where it all, like, for me, all falls apart. Like, you are doing the gift thing, and I'm fine with like gifts. What I don't like is when, my wife's like, hey, you got to do that, get that one gift.
I like lemon.
You want another one?
No, I'm good, thank you. When like you get that, like, hey, we got to go get that one gift for that one person that we don't really know, but like we get them a gift every year, and it's like, For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
Why? They don't even know that the gifts, like, if we didn't send it to them and save the $20, whatever, it's going to go in their stack of gift cards that they're going to re-gift to somebody else. So why don't we just send it to the person they're going to send it to? Like, because it's all fucked.
Because they're going to send it to someone else.
Right. Like, so
why don't I keep the gift card?
Yeah. There are certain people, like, in my family where I'm like, absolutely. I want to give them gifts. But when I feel like I have to, I start to kind of lose it. Like, it loses its luster.
Exactly. Like, it does feel good to give a gift that you want to give.
To somebody that you care about.
If I'm wandering around fucking Tuesday morning on a fucking Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Trying to buy a fucking pan for my grandma or whatever the fuck she wants. Like, this isn't Christmas. This is stress. Like, I'm not enjoying this. And you're not, like, we're not getting anything out of it.
If you find yourself at CVS 20 minutes before you're supposed to give somebody the gift and you're in
the
CVS
gift card aisle
looking for a gift at CVS, you fucked up. There are no one should be buying gifts at CVS and Walgreens. Guess what? I've done it a million times.
Unless it's booze, maybe.
Yeah, that's true because some people are into that. But it's stressful to me because you're like going through the aisles and you're like, okay, seen on TV robe. It's a miniature robe. I pull a lever and it gets big. That's awesome.
You're like, they rebranded a Snuggie? How do you rebrand a Snuggie?
Like, nobody wants this. Or like, party poppers for their birthday. Sure, that's all they have left. I'm just going to get that.
They'll love it.
Yeah, right. Oh, a box of Band-Aids. Like fucking, you know what I mean?
Box of Band-Aids. Oh, the Valentine's Day ones are on sale. I'm getting the heart ones.
So, you know what I mean?
The Halloween ones are on sale. It's past season.
It's functional.
Yeah.
Anybody can use Band-Aids. Like, anybody can get cut.
Exactly. I'll cut you to make you use it.
Please start giving Band-Aids as gifts. That's so good. Or like gauze.
With like the miniature scissors that come with it.
Oh, God.
Maybe
that's
some
good.
antiseptic.
Like mouthwash.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get him some Neosporin and some like hydrogen peroxide.
Well, how about this? A travel kit? Like, for like, the
travel kits are
miniatures,
good. Yeah.
Just like in a bag, not wrapped. Just like travel shit. In case they go somewhere.
Yeah. You look like you could use
Yeah.
a tiny Band-Aid and gauze that would cover a tack if it stabbed you.
You never know.
I told you about my grandma's care package, right?
From the cruises that
So
she was on?
my grandparents have been on like somewhere between 50 and 60 cruises in their life.
Okay.
And they book it through this travel place called Zoe's or whatever. They always get free shit with every cruise.
Oh, great.
It's like the re-gift from a corporation.
We got like a bag, like a big bag full of shit, not knowing that everyone else in our family also got a big bag full of shit, like on the way out. And it's also got like a bunch of cookies and shit in it. But I get home and I'm opening all this and it's like a Zoe's pad of paper.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man.
what am I going to do with this?
So I
You're right on it.
This was on Christmas Eve. So all this shit.
Use it as a Band-Aid?
All this shit I individually wrapped and brought to Christmas Day to my parents and just gave it to them.
No, you didn't. You monster.
I got a good re-gifting story.
That's actually brilliant, Sam.
Here's another thing we can talk about. How we feel about White Elephant.
It's weird.
It is very weird.
Andrea got roped into a White Elephant. By proxy, I got roped into a White Elephant. Guess how much money I put into the White Elephant? $0 fucking dollars. I will not participate in a White Elephant. Know your fucking audience, okay? You can't invite fucking 20 people over and expect all of them to just have $20 hanging out of their colon to spend on some bullshit to put in a thing.
Yeah.
So they did White Elephant, right? I went fourth, right? I over-exaggerate. There was like probably 14 people there. Still a decent amount of things.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to grab that one. I grab it. I pull it out. It's like one of those gift that looks like Axe body spray box, right?
Yeah.
For like holidays, but it's got Irish cream, just the cream, and 2 like novelty glasses. And I'm like, motherfucker, like, what am I going to do with this? Like, this sucks.
It's garbage.
I didn't even put anything into it, and I feel like I got
Should have
gypped.
suggested Yankee Swap.
So they were doing that. We could do that. Everything else, there wasn't anything to steal. I went fourth. There was like, and I was like, what are the odds of me getting? There was like a Cinemark gift card and a Red Robin gift card. That was like, maybe I should take that, but I'm like, I'm going fourth. How lame is that? I'm stealing something on the fourth. And then of course everybody gets something, and there was 2 alcohol things in it, and I grabbed the one. So the next morning I bring it to Christmas, and I'm like, hey, this is up for grabs. Who wants it? My Nana goes, I'll take it. And I was like, great. Merry Christmas. It's yours. Not wrapped. Happy holidays. Go sit in Mel's till the 7th and listen to fucking Christmas music
Thank
with
you,
your
White
Irish
Elephant.
cream.
What it's like, it's the whole point of it is like to buy the worst thing you have
Absolutely.
for to regift. But the premise alone is so hurtful.
Like, oh, thanks for the cutting board. I don't have 50 of these.
because what prefaced that was I didn't want it because it's stupid looking.
Yeah.
So that's why you have it.
It's like White Elephant can be fun, but like it was.
I think
it's just.
I think me and you have done really good with our gifts to each other.
Yeah. We
We don't do it
haven't gotten
anymore.
gifts in
We
the
don't
last
do it
couple
anymore.
years.
Yeah,
but,
which is fine.
But
because I'm poor, so
yeah, same.
I was gonna do you a DIY gift this year, but I just didn't have time.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all right.
I already told you about it, but
What was it?
So we have these family pictures in our house, and I was of like me and Emily like holding Skylar, and I was
Yeah.
gonna Photoshop him onto Skylar's body.
Deep fake me onto.
Baby Tiger.
Yeah,
That'd be hella funny.
That would be good. See, now that's a gift I can get behind.
Totally.
Because that's funny. It's like it's
and it costs like $3 to print. Like,
But like it's
yeah.
personal and like it's it's like between friends. Like, but if you're like, hey, dude, I got the stupidest fucking thing. I'm gonna bring it over to you.
Exactly,
Like,
and
with
we're
a-
gonna laugh about it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even that. 45 seconds. We'll
and
stand
then
in
you're
your
just gonna
kitchen.
throw it away.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
like sit on your top shelf in your pantry for 5 years until you move,
Like-
and then you go, "What the fuck? Oh yeah, I mean,
Like the SpongeBob Coco thing that's very White Elephant.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
very Tuesday morning.
Yeah, like-
walking around going, "Oh, that's gift wrapped for Christmas." Look
That's
at that, it's
CVS.
done.
20 minutes before you have to be
And
there.
bless my nana.
Yeah.
she's old.
Of course.
What is she supposed to get us? Well, I can tell you, money,
We were gonna give my grandma.
a notepad.
That would have been good. We were gonna give her a framed picture of Skylar because they have this wall in their house. Like they have all these black and white pictures of the family, then all these
Just in case they forget what she looks
all
like.
these in color pictures of the family. So they call it the color wall and the black and white wall. It's a little racy, but
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a little
know,
dicey.
I know.
Just a bunch of pictures of Obama and Bill Clinton.
But so we were gonna do that, and then we procrastinated and didn't get it printed in time. So we showed up. I wrapped an empty frame and gave it to
You
her.
showed up with Skylar and you put her on a shelf and you said, "That's what."
No,
she
we
looks
literally
like."
had her unwrap an empty frame with like the stock image in it. She's like, "What is this?"
Dude, what you should do is just
shouldn't have.
buy a stock image and then just Photoshop your guys' self into the stock image.
That's more work.
Now, see, like I went out of my way to like find an artist that was drawing like images, like he was drawing like these illustrations of like the port of where the like of the city my dad was born in. And
That's cool.
And I was like, this
That's
is like
personal.
That's-
and I was
that's cool. That's
yeah,
thoughtful.
and I was
Yeah.
excited to like to get it, to track it down, to work with the artist on like price and stuff, and like I'm supporting like a small business. I'm supporting an artist in the Pacific Northwest. I was like, this is fun. So like I was excited to give that to my dad. Now, I almost feel like it's better to be like, look, I didn't get you anything. There was nothing good to get you. Versus, here's half a bag of cocoa in a plastic cup with a sucker in it.
Yeah.
Like
I know, it's
But
bizarre.
Here's an empty picture frame.
But you feel so obligated
yes.
to do it. And again, my selfish ass, I'll fully fucking admit, I'm walking through the store, I'm like, I wouldn't even spend $25 on this thing for myself, let
Yeah.
alone doing it, taking it home, wrapping it up. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking buy it. I'm not gonna buy you anything.
Are you cheap?
Yeah. Just
No, that's a
black and white. Yes. I'm
Yeah, no,
cheap.
that's a good thing. Like, because I am very cheap on specific things. Like,
Totally.
I
I'll
don't-
splurge on certain things,
Yeah.
like nothing, but other things I'm like, I'm not gonna do
Can't
that.
justify
Can't
it.
do
yeah,
it.
like grocery shopping, right? Okay, first of all, like, so I'm when it comes to grocery shopping, I'm like, the cheaper the better. It doesn't like my wife's like, but this is you mean you want like the I'm like finding like an older piece of meat. they have one that's about to go bad. Like
We're gonna cook it. Like
Not in the back.
it's like, but like we're just like,
Did you just throw that one away?
Yeah.
How much you?
is
give me
that one? Is that one dog?
yeah. I'm like these don't look like Lucky O's. I am, like we like the
You're buying like the mismade off-brand.
Yeah.
The Winco brand
Yeah.
Oreos.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, exactly. Like Mr. Chocolate's cookies or something. Like it's just, these are just they're things that like I'm cheap about, and like I don't like to shop. I don't like to grocery shop. I feel like grocery shopping is a waste of money, and but it's like
It's totally not, but I hear you.
no, but like that's the thing. Like it is for me. It's because it's not. I don't value it.
right.
But like I could go and spend things, money on stuff that like nobody else cares about. But I'm very cheap, and I'm like very cheap with certain things. And that's part of being selfish too, because I'm like, doesn't excite me. Not interested.
Yeah, I'd say I'm.
I like that. Yeah, it doesn't
I
excite
don't know.
me.
I can't pinpoint what I'm cheap on, but I think, like I said earlier, I think I just have an unhealthy relationship with buying things for other people. Like I am just selfish in the fact of like I worked for my money, and like I'm gonna buy something else, buy you something. Like I need to feel that like you appreciate it, because when somebody buys something for me, very appreciative. Like
Yeah.
I'm conscious of like that's how I feel. So like I need to make sure like, hey, thank you very much for this hot cocoa SpongeBob mug thing. Like even though I don't want it, like thank you. You went out of your way and you spent your hard-earned money on it.
But next time, don't.
So I'm like projecting onto the gift that I'm buying or on the stuff that I buy. If it's for somebody else, it's like I really got to like talk my way through it to get there. Like it's not immediate. Like, oh, I'm going to buy this. Like I don't just go like Andrea will come home and just be like, oh, I got us some chocolate. Like if I'm walking through the store, I don't think like, oh, I'm just gonna buy us like a stick of chocolate that we can split tonight.
I'll buy me some.
Exactly. I'm like, I'll buy me some and I'll fucking eat it in the car. I've never
She'll
done.
never have to know about it.
I've never done that,
Yeah.
but because I don't need the chocolate and it's also $2.50 that I could have.
Yeah.
But it's like that. That's where it all comes from. Is like.
Well, because I wasn't gonna.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, it depends
Some
on the day.
days.
Because I wouldn't believe anybody if they said they weren't cheap. Because
Yeah.
people, we're all like, we all have a cheapness to us. Like there's certain things we just don't value, like, and that's okay. But it's really fascinating when you kind of like put the ultimatum of like,
Yeah.
do we have to buy stuff for people? Like, because imagine if you sent out like a letter to all the people that you buy gifts for, and you're like, hey, this year we're not going to buy gifts. Please don't buy us gifts. My wife was telling me, she's like, nobody would like that. I'm like, are you kidding? I would love that.
Oh, I would love to get a.
Can you imagine
Don't buy me.
that?
I'd fucking show up. I would go buy cheap donuts. Be like, look at this. You're in the net, $2.50, dude. I bought a dozen donuts, and you told me not to buy gifts. I'm fucking in the red, and I was expecting to spend $50. Now I'm only in the whole $47.50.
Well, it's got to be hundreds
good
of
math.
dollars.
Good job.
I mean, have you guys done the math on how much you like have to spend? Like, it's hundred in my camp. It's
On-
hundreds to
on
1,000
Christmas
maybe.
gifts?
Yeah, like for people that are not my kids and my wife.
I don't have kids, and I don't have a wife, but
But I mean, extended family and stuff. Like, right? Don't you?
no, I don't. I don't do it.
Oh,
I refuse to participate. I literally do not do it. I show up to Christmas and I leave with SpongeBob mugs, and I go,
you're far cooler than I
look
am.
at this, dude. I'll see you fucking next year. And guess what? On my birthday, I'm going to get a card from my grandma with a check in it. And I'm going to text her and say, thank you so much. And I'm going to put it in my bank, and it will sit there forever. And then I will contemplate spending it.
One of my favorite things to do is like, if you have an opportunity to like say get some sort of loan that you can pay off, to where like you're not paying any interest.
Yeah,
Those are great
for sure.
because not only do they help your credit, but it puts you in a position of being very trustworthy as a lender. Like let's just say for example you got like a $10,000 loan and you turn around and
You
pay
invested in Madoff, and then
and you turn around and you well no because like
Bernie, my guy.
you get $10,000 in an investment, make $25,000 on your investment, pay off the 10, you're positive 15. And obviously you don't take that out because you're going to get capital gains and stuff. But like there are great ways to make money.
Yeah.
And especially if you're like on social media, you see all these people making money overnight. They're millionaires. You realize they're just because they need to get their speeches paid for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of horse shit out there, but yeah, like if you can buy it with cash or pooling money or just like one big purchase,
Totally.
I think it's
And like,
great.
I'm hoping that this computer that I got is going to be like the last computer I'll ever have to buy. Like maybe for the next 10 years, like 10 or 15 years.
Like pretty dope.
And I was really on the fence between the Mac Mini or the Mac Studio. And Apple, my God, they do such a good job of like making you climb the ladder of price points.
Yeah.
And then like all of a sudden you're like, I'm willing to spend $600, and now you're at $2,500.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it feels the same.
It's like, okay, so the Mac Mini is like, okay, cool. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, well, what's the next one up? Okay. Oh, well, I can get a terabyte of storage. Okay, cool. We're at $800. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, well, the next one up is like $1,000, and you can configure up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, I'm going to need a terabyte of storage. Okay, cool. Now I'm at 1,200. Okay, well, the next one is the Mac Studio, right? That's got 32 gigabytes of RAM, but I'm going to need a terabyte. Now I'm at $2,100, and you're like, how the fuck did I get here?
What happened?
How the fuck did I get here?
And don't forget Apple Care at the end.
Oh, well, I'm gonna need Apple Care. I mean, what if I decide
What if
to
your
go
James
swimming?
Cameron light falls on it?
Go swimming or something with it.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, one of the things that
Probably water resistant.
It's fine, dude.
not proof.
Also, I have to pee. I got to break the seal. You guys keep talking.
You know, like, are you into Macs, Sam?
Yes.
Okay. So you know, like when you're on the site back in the day before like SSD was like pretty common for storage, you would like look at it and be like, okay, we have this mechanical drive. Then we have like the fusion drives, which is like, you know, you get a mechanical drive and an SSD. And now everything's pretty much SSD. But he's right, like what Tyler was talking about. Like, it's just like, oh, well, it's just a small upgrade, just from 512 to a gig. You know, and then you just keep like stepping and stepping.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, I got it. It's all pimped out. I love it. It's 4,000.
Whoa, what happened? There's only been 30 minutes here.
Yeah, you're like, I better backtrack to the core one, like the basic version. I mean, I did that with my MacBook. I bought the M2 MacBook, the 16-inch. I think it was like a year after it came out, because usually the prices dump a little bit, and I needed a MacBook because I actually had one stolen.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and then I just kind of waited a while, and then got that one, and you know it's like $200 off of the original price, and is it's great, but like I could have spent $4,000 on that thing. I didn't need it,
Right.
but like it was. You feel like inadequate if you don't get it, because a lot of the stuff now, it's all on chip, so like you can't upgrade it later.
Right.
You can't buy a Mac with 16 gigs of RAM like you used to be able to put like
Put an extra 30 or whatever.
You just buy the MacBook memory and slide it in there. But now it's like what you get is what you get.
Right.
There's I mean, especially with SSD, like on a chip, system on a chip stuff. It's kind of like you better upgrade it now. So they get you with that too.
Right.
But
do you use a Mac for work?
I do.
Oh God, I wish we had Macs at work.
I do.
Every time something happens, I'm like, it wouldn't happen if it's a fucking Mac.
Yeah. I mean, I use a Mac for work, but I don't work on Macs. If that makes sense. Like,
No, that's what
just
I meant.
that's my workstation. Everything else is all Unix, Linux.
Yeah.
There's no. It's kind of multiple flavors, but it's all command line, so it's not like I care about what's on the other side necessarily.
Yeah, we got some shitty Dells from like 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's pretty standard here for
Especially,
like big corporations and shit.
Windows.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
You.
I got a question for both of you guys.
Oh fuck.
Well, you already kind of know about this. I sent you the screenshot. This is we're still on Macs here. So just for fun, I went on Apple.com. They have the Mac Mini, Mac Studio, and they have the Mac Pro, right? I was like, let's just see how much like a fully everything maxed out on a Mac Pro. Right?
Oh yeah,
$64,000. Okay, that's
that's a pretty good mid-sized luxury sedan.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's a fucking Camry like a Sport LE.
I mean, that's like an Audi.
Yeah.
What, A5?
Anyway, so
roughly.
Okay, so the RAM can be configured up to 1 terabyte. What in the fuck would you need 1 terabyte of RAM for?
A plane?
I mean, are you fucking flying to Mars? Are you flying to Mars?
Yeah, I mean, realistically.
I mean, really? A terabyte of RAM? That thing better be like doing it for me. It better be like fucking knowing what I want before it. A terabyte?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even really know if the system like macOS can actually take advantage
it's got
of
like
a terabyte.
32 cores.
Yeah, like I just don't even think like you need it, because a lot of times like the more RAM was to help with like memory swap. If you have as many cores as you have today, you don't really need those instructions like put into memory.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the whole 1 terabyte. I hear it like and I see it.
I mean, 1 terabyte of RAM. I didn't even know that. I couldn't even think that that's a thing. A terabyte of RAM, 1,000 gigabytes of RAM.
I mean,
that's nuts.
If you're running like a hypervisor that is serving virtual machines underneath it that have huge workloads, I could see a terabyte because you could partition it off to those machines.
But for like
shared memory,
for going
For the
online
average user,
and
yeah.
ordering a Mac, I feel like if you're gonna do that, you would go to like a specialized person that like knows how to build the computer you want. You wouldn't just go on Apple.com and be like 64 grand, buy. Like,
But there's got to be
shipped to
some
my house.
Apple Pay.
Yeah, there's got to be some people that think like, I need the most. I need the most memory I can get because I'm doing the most Excel
See,
spreadsheets.
I kind of fall into this though.
Yeah.
Like this is what happened. What I explained literally happened. I was like, I don't want to buy the Mac Mini if it's like not. It's like I might as well just buy the fucking Mac Studio. Like I might as well just buy it. Like they got me. Like I said, I just worked my way up the ladder.
Sure.
And ended up spending whatever I spent on it. But it's also like I don't want to buy something and then regret it later because I just did want to pony up the extra thing. And 2 years down the road, be like, man, I wish I got the fucking Mac Studio. Like,
Yeah, but it's easy to do. Like,
it's very easy to do. And I didn't realize, I totally underestimated how much monitors cost. Like a good monitor, like a solid monitor to go from, and I didn't know the difference between Thunderbolt, USB-C. I learned that after I bought this thing. I was like, I'll get a good monitor for like $250.
oh,
300. And it's like, best monitors for Mac Studio, $750 for like a fucking 5K Thunderbolt. And I'm like, because this thing is 5K and this is 27 inches, but I can't use this as a separate display with my Mac Studio. It doesn't work like that. So this is just going to be a fucking paperweight, or I could try and sell it. But, so yeah, now I'm like, I don't even know. I'm going to have to use that stupid HP fucking thing. It's a piece of garbage. That thing sucks. Not good resolution at all.
Apple has a couple of new 27 inches that are going to be more affordable coming out.
You think so?
No, they've
they
already
are
announced that they're coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, like
yeah, because you go to buy one and it's like $1,600 for like their Retina 6K.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like it's gonna be burned into my fucking cerebellum, like way back. It'll be burned in my hippocampus, like.
yeah. And if you get the glass upgrade,
When
I
watching
mean,
Avatar, just like having a seizure, like
dude, they're expensive.
I'm only buying this to watch Avatar. Yeah, it said a note to your Apple Care. Can I get Avatar 2 pre-installed, please?
I need bonus.
Can I get a blue Mac Studio?
Oh god,
Can
the
James
Avatar
Cameron
edition.
come and install this for me?
I wouldn't want one of those 32-inch 6K displays or whatever the fuck they are now.
Yeah.
It's overkill for 99% of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you are cutting like say a film and that's like your reference monitor, I mean that's what you want. I
Yeah.
mean, you want something very easy on the eyes, high resolution, beautiful, that nano glass, they call it.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
Yeah, but like those things go up to like $4,000.
Yeah,
$3,800
I think
or
there is one honestly you can buy for like $6,000. It's like literally $6,000 for a fucking display without a stand.
Yeah, no thanks.
You have to buy the stand.
Yeah, the stand I think
know.
is
sold
1,000.
separately.
Yeah, it's like cool. Here's your
Oh, we're actually out of stock.
your
on stands.
$6,000 iPad that you can't touch. Have
Yeah.
fun.
But do you really think that like if you had that display and well, so let's say take two Retina displays, right? At like the same resolution. I mean, can you really tell? Like, do most people really tell?
Absolutely not.
And that's the big
No way.
trick, right? Just like with TVs, you get them
Although
close together.
last night we were watching this movie. It's a very dark movie. I looked at Andrew, I'm like, what the fuck is our TV doing? And I don't know if it was the streaming, and I don't know if it was like streaming in like higher resolution than what our TV is. I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, in the dark parts, I'm like seeing these large blocks.
It was like pixelated.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is going on? It didn't like take me out of it, but I was like kind of annoyed. Like, this looks like shit. Like, why can't I watch this movie? And I'm like, I don't know if our TV's bad or if like they shot in some crazy format that is like too much to handle for
Didn't
Netflix
do that on
to
my
stream.
TV. My TV's pretty shitty.
I mean, that to me sounds like a compression problem over streaming. Like when it's compressed.
That's what it looked like. When your signal goes bad, it like
like
drops
buffering.
your resolution or whatever it drops.
Yeah, because I assume that like there are it's like a variable bit rate depending on like you're streaming, and then if something happens with your connection and let's just say the bandwidth drops, it's gonna prioritize the stream over the quality. So instead of going black because you demand 4K, it's gonna give you 120 like bits per
Can
second.
give
or
you a
whatever.
JPEG image.
When you it's giving
Yeah.
2 frames a second. It's just a guy.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're just reading subtitles with still images. Like, this is great.
Yeah, like you're just gonna, and a bits per second probably wasn't accurate, but like you're gonna get a much lower resolution in order to keep the the data streaming.
Right.
When you're watching, do you have like a pretty nice setup? Do you have a pretty nice TV? Are you like in tune to that, or are you just like, you know what, it is what it is?
No, I mean,
You have a nicer setup than me.
Well, I mean, like my TV is a.
It's not saying much.
It's a specific. Yeah, it's a nice TV.
Yeah. But like you know, like you get something out of it when you watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like
That's my thing is like, I don't know if I'd get anything out of watching it. Although I just complained about the little black pixels. Like, I don't know if I'm going to like watch it and be like, so glad Avatar's my fucking.
But
It's an easy target.
These fucking blue people look like they're blue.
but see, that could happen. Like, I think that's irrelevant of your TV though. Like that could be, you know, I have a TV that I really think is a great TV for me, and I could have a service problem outside. You know, like a network issue, and I could get the blocky pixelated thing, and in fact, it's going to be worse because it's just going to be like a big blocky pixelated thing in front of my face. So like the TV is not the end all be all, but when things are working, and especially like if I pop in a 4K Blu-ray,
yeah.
That's what I got it for like my collection of like 4K
Blu-rays, that it is that much better.
It is because you're not, you know, streaming is it's the codec is different. So like in the movies compressed, it's, you know, you're losing a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it has to go over the wire, you know. So for me, it's really about the experience of like putting in a film into a Blu-ray player, you know, if you can.
Yeah.
And just it's local. It's just going over an HDMI cable.
Sort of like how like Tidal, like the streaming and stuff, and Spotify now has like the lossless audio. It's like,
which still demands a lot of the connection.
better, but you're really gonna notice it? Like, not really. I rarely notice it. It's like, yeah, cool. The hi-hats sound like a little crispier. What cool? The low end is like, I don't know. It's like it's a fucking.
Like,
so I'm listening.
The average listener has no fucking clue.
It's like I'm listening to them on AirPods at the gym.
Yeah.
I'm glad
You're bad AirPods too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I love audio. I'm like an audio weirdo. I'm not an audiophile. Like I haven't gone down that road yet where like I need like $300 headphones to listen to something or to like mix music or something. Like maybe I should. Maybe that's why my mixes suck and fucking maybe that's why I don't like them. But I like can't get into that. It's like no one's going to be fucking listening to them on these nice speakers. Like why do you need to mix on nice speakers? I mean, these are nice speakers, but like headphones and stuff, like people get real weird. You could spend.
So, I think that
Those are pretty nice headphones, aren't they?
The Beats?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
The name is nice.
It's kind of like, it's just one of those like, it's Beats, so like it's nice, but like you could go on like some off-brand that you've never heard of that it's like way better, but they're nice headphones, and guess what? They connect to my Apple TV, and I can watch movies, and it connects to my phone, and it's fucking nice.
Yeah, I have found that like, so I don't have like a huge audio system, and I've never been for that. I've always loved like listening to films with headphones.
I loved it. That's my new thing.
Because it actually, especially now with like the whole spatial technology.
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's like
you love it now.
I do love headphones now.
But the spatial.
No.
Because you didn't like that.
I was going like just watching a movie and getting the full stereo effect. Right, car drives by, vroom, someone's talking over here, footsteps are walking. You're like really immersed in.
I do like that. Yeah.
The spatial the movie to you, especially like when film, like if your headphones support it. Headphones support numerous, you know, codecs, but the Dolby Atmos, you know, and the Dolby Vision, that combination, if a film is mixed with both those, and you're like watching it and you're hearing it, and it's like right here and everything. It's just like, it really, to me, gets pretty close to being a theatrical experience for me. The theater is still very like transportive, and you know, there's just people, and that's a whole different thing. But you know, if you really look at it, like, I mean, most TVs, in my opinion, they look better than a movie screen.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's precise, it's smaller.
It's not
Are all this is my really dumb question. Are all movie theaters projection?
Yeah.
All of them, right?
Yeah.
As far as I know.
That's the whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like that counts for like not as amazing quality. Not that you'd really care. You're watching it on.
No.
I don't know how big a movie theater.
Well, and the thing is, like, how often do they maintain the bulbs? How much are they updating the equipment? When the screens start to, you know, deteriorate or
I
whatever.
can tell you for the 3 years I worked at studio, not one of them was updated or messed with.
right. And
They
in
blew
fact,
they blew the dust off. They're like, that's good.
Studio Movie Grill.
We just stored all the alcohol in the film room or the projector room. So I was constantly going up there grabbing booze and coming back down, and I could just watch all 9 movies at once. It was cool.
Did you ever run the projection?
Yeah,
No. Was that like a special job?
I mean, they're digital, so they just program it in the manager's office the day of.
They just log into Netflix at the beginning of the day,
But don't you
and
have
they
to like?
airplay it from there.
I mean, don't they still have to center it, right? I mean,
I have no idea.
I saw a TikTok today of like this projector where you can set it anywhere and it'll like make it straight. Like you can set it at an angle and it'll like already know it looked
pretty
really
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, how much is one of these? I didn't check, but I'm like, this is probably like
Because you need it.
$5,000. Well, dude, I got a blank wall here just in case I
Yeah.
need to.
well, that's also another cool thing with the technology is these white walls or like scenarios where people aren't buying TVs and they're just getting
using
like
projector.
Yeah, they're getting like 200-inch projectors, and it, like it's your home and this is new projector. It looks pretty fucking good because it's projecting from throwing the image at a much shorter distance.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a while since I've seen a projector in a home. Probably like 15 years.
Well, my dad used to have one for work, and he would leave it at home all the time. So I would set it like a big white sheet in my room, and I would just do it on there. I'd play video games on that thing. And it was awesome.
Got it. I was gonna say I don't remember them being that good, but I'm sure the technology is advanced now. Where like the consumer the consumer level ones are like pretty good. I'm always like, oh, it's gonna look washed out. It's gonna not have the contrast or whatever.
Yeah, I'm still a TV guy. Just because the crisp and the clarity, of that. And a lot of projectors support this stuff, but I think I've grown up with monitors and TVs, and it just would feel weird to have it in the house unless it was like I had a movie theater. That'd be different. But because you get a 100-inch or 200-inch TV, and you're talking $100,000, $80,000, like for these. Like LG, I think just came out with like a 93-inch TV.
Holy shit!
I mean, that's fucking big.
I think I need that.
93 inches.
That's big, but it's also like small compared to a theater, even the smallest theater.
What is like an average theater size?
yeah.
screen?
What is it?
I don't know. I actually don't. I have no idea.
You got it. You're the look up guy.
I know there's multiple sizes, and then you have IMAX. And that's